So in terms of targeting, I think a lot of companies these days just rely on traditional data providers, the Apollos, the ZoomInfos of the world, which are great and can certainly be a great starting point. But if you want to do this and almost have a guaranteed success rate, you need to get creative and you need to be very specific with who you're reaching out to. If you are a real estate company, you should be using a completely different database than reaching out for an e-commerce company. So things that we try that have worked quite well are events. Let's say you're an e-commerce company, you're targeting specific buyers, and they're going to be at a couple of events. We'll go out and actually scrape the attendee and exhibitor lists. It's very targeted. It's an almost guaranteed fact that the folks at these events are going to be interested buyers based on the fact that they're going to the relevant event. Additionally, don't cut any corners, right? Like if you are, for example, we work with a trucking company, there's actually a national database that has a DOT number that ties to every single trucking company in the United States. You can go on their website and pull very specific information. So for example, what we've done is we've been able to pull customers from that database and then correlate the state that they're in, and then go to our customer in the trucking business and say, hey, tell us all the customers you work with in this state. And then in the copy that Sam would have written, we'll actually have a smart tag that will pull in the customer reference of the state that they're already working in. And so then it becomes highly targeted and highly tailored in the messaging and the outreach, because we know we're reaching out to specific trucking companies that are correlated to these DOT numbers. Also, things like the tech stack. If you're a SaaS company and you're looking to work with specific businesses that use Google Cloud or use GitHub, etc., make sure you're doing the extra legwork to ensure that these customers are actually using the technologies that these software businesses are going to integrate with or enable. Buyer sentiment profiles, right? A lot of databases like Apollo are capable of actually pulling in sentiment information that customers are looking for, a revenue tool or any specific tool. So lean in, try and find specific buyer sentiment profiles. Also, if you can segment by role and industry, this always helps, right? If you're reaching out to, like I said earlier, SaaS companies or e-commerce, find databases that are really correlated to those specific industries. And the same goes for the role. And then I would also say right now with AI, there's a lot of cool things happening from the outbound perspective. So tools like Clay can really enable you to take it a step further. For example, we had a customer that was an automated restaurant review service. We were able to use Clay to identify restaurants in a specific region. And then we were able to correlate the lowest ranked ones on Yelp that actually might need this help. And then we took it a step further. We're able to identify the lowest ranked Yelp review on that customer's, on the restaurant's profile. And then in the copy, we were able to summarize that review, call it 10 words, small paraphrase of the negative review, and then insert that as a smart tag in the copy. So then when we're reaching out to the client, it actually is so personalized that it looks so real that someone went and audited their Yelp page and looked at the lowest ranked review and said, hey, what are you doing to mitigate this? This can totally derail your business. And so, being specific, doing the extra legwork to ensure that you're reaching out to the right folks that use the right technology, that have the right roles, and going a step beyond and even finding a lot of alternative data sources like events or government websites that may have data that really isn't available with traditional data providers. And so get creative would be my advice to folks that are looking to be really targeted in their outbound.